Between Tides is the story of a Cape Cod woman near the end of her life who meets an Outer Banks girl, and together they discover a history that they share. The man with two families, the wives he betrayed, and the child he left behind. You know, I'd come from a background of journalism, history major in school, you know, wanting to get it right. And so my first inclination was to write a factual account of this family. But the story was almost unbelievable. It was, I mean, it was really amazing. And I thought if ever I had the chance to write a novel, this would be it. The story is laid right out for me, and this was my chance. I discovered this interesting man who was from Cape Cod, from Chatham, Massachusetts, and who had apparently run away from something, like many of us did when we first came here. And I got really curious about him. And so I set up a separate file just for him as I was researching the Manteo book. It floored me when this elderly woman came in the History Center where I had invited people to bring photos about Manteo. And she brought in photos of a man I immediately recognized, and she said that was her father. And I am really bad at math. I couldn't figure it out. He was born in 1849, he died in 1924. She explained that he was 69 when she was born. And the idea that I was speaking to this man's daughter was really special to me. And we became good friends, and over 10 years of speaking with her about her father's life. She was 6 when he died, so she really didn't know that much about him other than family stories. And so I had a great time talking with her, doing research, and at one point she actually cried and said, "You've given me my father." And I would, as I was working on the novel, I would go and read to her from it, and that was really special too. And we agreed that she would understand that the wife at Cape Cod would not like her mother for many reasons. So that was sort of how I came to write Between Tides, was through meeting an extraordinary person who shared her family's history with me, and agreed that not only would it make a good book, but it would make an interesting novel. And she gave me permission to translate the true parts of the story into something that was really coming from my imagination. She also gave me the title of the book, Between Tides. She gave me an article from a 1930s newspaper that described how this captain from the life-saving station at Chatham disappeared between tides. And she said she'd always wanted to write a book about her father and never would. She was in her mid-80s, or maybe close to 90 by that point, and said, "I'll never do it, but you should."